You're not excluded from the show. You are a part of the cast of characters, and you can join us Monday through Thursday right here at 10 a.m. Pacific Time on thepowerofvoices.com. We also feed YouTube live at The Power of Voices, and also at my YouTube page. I believe that one's called I Radio Coach, the letter I Radio Coach on YouTube. Also, on my personal page, Lee Michaels on Facebook, and at the Power of Voices Facebook. So 4 social media streams simultaneously. And sometimes I do Periscope. I'm not a big Instagram fan, but, maybe I'll do that one day. Every now and then. How is everyone? Hope everything is good in your world. There's been no nuclear bomb explosions. So I guess we've been keeping our trigger-happy Agent Orange busy, keeping him away from that button. If you know what I mean. Been 14 days since I don't know when I just saw her with my best friend. Do you know what I mean? That's a song from back in the early 70s from a guy by the name of Lee Michaels, who was on A&M Records. And one of my favorite records, for obvious reasons. And, not just because we have the same name, it's because it was a great song. Do you know what I mean? What's up, Chris? Carol's not here yet, so I don't know where she is. She's out chasing butterflies on the beach, I guess.
She's probably taking a walk, maybe.
Taking a walk.
Still walking on the beach?
Yeah, I guess she is, yeah.
Well, maybe that's possible.
Yeah. She called me at 5 o'clock in the morning. Hey, I ain't out for a walk? Hell no.
Well,
I want to get you off the damn phone.
Be careful. Get that red ball gag and duct tape. You got to be careful, man.
You know what I mean?
No, don't touch me. Don't put the ball gag. It's not even. I like purple, not red. Don't do that. Don't touch me, man.
Don't touch me.
Hashtag don't touch me.
Mm-hmm. So how you doing?
I'm good, man. I am great. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fantastic.
Nice.
I'm alive and kicking. Ain't complaining. It's all good in the hood.
A good day. Yeah, well, there you go. Preach, man.
All good in the hood.
That's all right there.
Yep.
I'm going to ask you, how did Isabel do yesterday?
She did pretty good. Okay. I mean, whenever you bring in someone new to train them how to be a producer / technical producer, they're a little nervous. Might not be as quick on pushing the buttons as I would be or you would be because, you've been doing it for a long time. You got your timing together. But she'll be fine. A couple more days of training and we'll set her free.
That's good.
Yeah, baby.
Man.
Yeah.
She'll be all right. I'm glad she's a part of it because I know a lot of you know out there. I mean, Lee is a one-man band, literally. He does everything. He sweeps, he cleans, he, takes the garbage out and all of the stuff that goes along
I do windows.
Everything. Yeah, I
do them all.
Look, I know. Look, when we were back at Urban Broadcast Media together,
right?
And I used to watch you take a broom and a little shovel and go around sweeping around the place.
Oh, absolutely. Take out the trash, wash the dishes. Oh yeah,
he did everything.
I'm an all around kind of guy.
When I say he does everything, he does everything. I witnessed it firsthand.
Well,
some people be like, that's beneath me.
No. See, listen, I come from humble beginnings, and my sisters, my mom, my dad, we all were taught to pitch in, make things happen, and that's just how I roll.
Right.
I mean, if you want something done, sometimes you have to do it yourself.
Makes
and
sense.
Especially if you're working for a company, it's the budget's a little tight. You got to do what you got to do. Make it happen. Make it comfortable for you.
I agree.
So I like to kind of keep things kind of neat and in order, and so I do whatever I have to do.
That's why you the main man.
Yeah, and I think it also sets an example for other people that work with you.
It
and
does.
if you're the boss, and I was the COO over there, general manager, chief operating officer, bottle washer.
COO.
Right.
Oh. Right.
And
even watch the mic condoms, the mic screens at one point.
Oh yeah. It wasn't unusual for you to walk in and see me under the desk hooking up wires and stuff like that in my suit. So
you're right, exactly.
That's how I roll.
I'm telling you. And then I'm telling you, this man, I would catch him in the kitchen literally taking like the mic screens, like for example, you see Lee there on Facebook Live there with his Power of Voice and his own page. You see that mic condom, as he calls it,
right
on
here.
the mic. He would wash those in the sink to make sure they were thoroughly clean. Now, I always brought my own because I believe in practicing safe broadcasting. I got my own mic condom.
There you go.
Yeah, man.
That's a good idea. I mean, really, because you want to share the germs of somebody else, and they might be tonguing the mic and licking on it, spitting on it.
No, you see. Look, I remember when I was back at WLS, and this is when I started to fill in for people. A lot of people got sick during this time. Like 3 or 4 people went down with the flu, and then I realized why. I got to go look at that microphone.
That's right.
It had nooks and crannies of garbage and spit and food. God. No wonder I get sick.
Oh yeah. Rokan must have had some fried chicken.
Man, somebody was eating something, man.
Particles.
All over them. Yeah.
It makes sense to do that. I mean, it really does.
Yeah.
To bring some Lysol in. And
my God, Lysol and a hazmat suit. You got a broadcast in that. I remember when I first started working, I realized why everybody's getting sick. I said, from production, could you give me like one of those mic screens, man? So give me a couple of them. Mm-hmm. So ever since then, I've always had my own mic screen, man.
Yeah.
That thing is disgusting.
Yeah. It's a good practice.
Yes.
And I know several other people used to bring their own mic condoms or mic domes.
Mic domes or your own headphones, of course. And,
sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. It's, gotta be, sanitary, though.
Yeah, I mean, you're in that environment. You remember? Well, I don't know if you remember, but once upon a time, guys used to smoke in the studio.
Yes,
and that was like, damn. And I was a part of it. I did smoke cigarettes at once upon a time. I haven't had one since 1981.
Right.
I had this cold turkey. I caught a cold, and I didn't go back. I said, to hell with it. I'm not going to do it anymore.
You, man. When I got to WBEE, there was a guy who smoked. We didn't really have any smokers, thank God, in the studio. But there's one guy. In fact, the guy I replaced was a guy who smoked from time to time. And this is the one I was telling you about. His signature line was, "Oh, how I want you, baby." That was his thing. So I guess he went to have the smoker's voice while he said it.
Uncle Perfy.
Yeah, baby. I'm gonna put on some blues right now.
Yeah.
Caught you in the back room, cheated with my father.
Yeah.
Oh, how I want you,
baby. Yeah. There's some real characters in radio, man.
Oh, absolutely.
It's kind of amazing how some of the personalities are developed, over the years. You don't hear a lot of that anymore. It's kind of sad that you don't have any really unique radio personalities.
Right.
It's a dying breed.
Well, right. I was going to say there's no breeding ground for that anymore. Mm-hmm. None whatsoever.
Yep. So who was that? Oh, Alpha. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Alpha.
How y'all doing today?
Good.
Good.
Everybody's doing okay?
Yeah, we're live and kicking. We can hear you.
Well, let me step into the room and jack that up.
Bring in the poison pill.
Let me bring in the foul odor.
Oh, the funk
now, Alpha, before you funkify the room here, I got to give you credit because I thought about you this came down the pike with the UCLA story. They were suspended indefinitely. Which
really?
I was kind of surprised. Yes, I was kind of surprised about that, but I'm glad that UCLA dropped their hammer down because it sends the message, and they need to learn. They really do. So yeah, that was a good call.
Hey, Chris, did Papa Ball show up talking about how racist that decision was?
I haven't heard too much about him. They probably had to shut him up because
The boy is a fool.
Yes, he is.
He is outright. He is a. You know, there's a little meme I have, a little post I have, and it says this asshole again. And it's got Bear Rabbit with an umbrella, but he is a total asshole.
Totally.
I understand you promoting your son, and one of your sons has made it to the NBA, but you have virtually put a target on his back.
I
And
agree.
now the son that just got suspended indefinitely from UCLA,
LeAngelo Ball.
LeAngelo Ball. Well,
He's left with one ball.
well,
The ball deflated it.
Yeah. No balls.
he's out in the wilderness now,
Mm-hmm.
and him coming back, you know, you can get a second chance, and you can speak. Any and everybody can speak to forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't y'all tired of this forgiveness stuff? Everybody wants to be free. Don't do it.
Yeah, use some common sense.
If you can't do the time, don't do the crime.
Yeah, all that
Don't do
too. Yeah.
I forgive you when you come out of it. Let me put it like this. The 10 years he would have spent in a Chinese jail,
Mm-hmm.
I'll forgive him after 10 years.
Yeah, if he makes it.
For the breadth of the crime as opposed to the punishment for the crime
Mm-hmm.
is just stupid out of weight. But he dodged a hell of a bullet.
What
I
do you
agree.
what do you think the old man is saying to him?
I can't repeat. I'll cuss on that, but I won't repeat that because that's what I would have said to him. As they pulled my foot out of his ass as he tied my shoestrings with his tongue.
That's too
I got
visual.
I
Damn.
got you lined up. I got you lined up to go to the NBA. So what if you don't play for the Lakers? You'll have millions when you first sign. And you go out and fuck that up for some classes? Come on, man. Hey, that could be a segment on the NFL. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Would you bounce a basketball off his head?
No, I'd bounce a brick off his damn head. I mean, to me, that is
Yeah,
That
that's
is
some
a
bonehead
level of-
stupidity.
that's a level of ingrate that's unsurpassed.
Yeah.
You can't
Right.
get any more stupid than that.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Hey, I hate to tell you this, Alpha, but you sound like crap. You got to go into your microphone settings and turn that volume down about 50%. You remember how to do that?
No.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
Right.
I got right click on the
Right mouse
speaker.
click on the little speaker and go to recording.
This is recording device.
Right.
Then it goes to microphone.
Yeah.
Then you go to properties.
Well, let me walk along with you here. Okay. So yeah, in recording, then highlight your microphone that you're using on
Yes.
that screen. Okay, highlight that, then go to properties.
Properties.
Yep. And then there's
Then it says
one that says
level.
levels. Yeah. Where is it set to now?
39.
39? Damn.
Yes.
It's still hot. Okay, bring it down to about 25%.
Okay. How about 21? I got it at 21 now.
Okay.
Is that better?
It's still kind of crackly, but it is better. At least, well, I guess
Well,
when you get excited, it kind of gets a little funky.
Well, the crackly is in my voice because, like right now, it's
no,
in that you better shut up before you start coughing mode.
oh no. This is electronic crackling.
Okay. all
Yeah.
right, Okay.
Yeah, it's not cheeseburger crackling.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not quite a bit that is cheeseburger.
Yeah.
crackling, okay?
Now, you on a wireless connection?
Yes.
Okay, that's probably what it is. What else do you have open? Do you have like 27 browsers open?
No, I just have two others open, and I just closed them both.
Okay. Now,
Okay, I closed them both. I'm at 128, whatever it is.
yeah.
Mono.
It might be a little better, but it seems that when you kind of like get a little bit louder, it cracks a little bit. That's what made me think it was overdriving your input.
I think that's my voice.
Oh,
Like I said, it's to a point now where I'm almost hoarse.
yeah. Yeah, I can tell your voice is a little weak. Yeah.
Just from festivity.
Piss?
Festivity. I'm a little pissed off when you raise that boy's name,
Yeah.
Ball. All
Yeah.
I could think about was stupid ass Papa Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a disconnect there in the family. There's no question about that.
Well,
Something's
I was
wrong.
telling somebody. No, you're right. I was telling somebody before. Well, you know how some parents are. They live vicariously through their children, and they're no different than soccer moms. I've seen soccer moms literally go out for blood.
Yeah. Oh,
Go
yeah.
on, Terry, get him! Like he's 5.
Right.
You know, and they're yelling and they're screaming and they got the
I
sweat
know.
and blood pressure going and
I
everything else.
know.
And I know they
Running
love
out
their
on
children.
the field,
I know, man.
getting in
I
fights with
get
other
it.
parents.
Exactly.
Man, I ain't doing none of that shit. No.
No,
It's called competition.
No, that's
right.
called
And
obsession.
that too, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm all for the fact you're pro your children. You're supposed to be. But especially when I run into former athletes in high school or college and they have children, they push them to, and they want them to succeed because they did not go to the pro level. And I understand
Right.
that too. But Jesus Christ, I mean, you know, they're about to have a coronary.
Well,
When I see them in these events.
Here's the solution to all of that. So after the kids play their game, and put all those fat ass parents out there and let them play a game against each other, and let's see what happens then. Then they'll realize that their fat asses can't run up and down that soccer field kicking that ball any better than their little fat ass kids.
Do you realize how many strokes will be going on? People clutching
That's
their
my
hearts and
point.
calling out Elizabeth.
Exactly. So that'll stop all the crazy coming from the stands, from the
No, it
parents.
won't. No, it won't.
I bet half of them will be dead.
Yeah, I go along with that, man. People gonna start taking dirt naps, man.
Right. They'll get out there and have a heart attack.
You're calling for ethnic cleansing now.
Well, whatever. Get rid of the fools. But
We're calling for cardiac arrest.
Just one time a year, maybe at the beginning of the season. That way they'll be calm all season long. Yeah,
Get it out the way.
Yeah, go ahead, son. Do the best you can do. I'm with you. I'm going to lay down here on the bench.
Right, and breathe very heavily.
That's right. I will be right here when you get done, and we'll go and buy McDonald's on the way home so you can walk in here with them big old funny-looking socks and knee pads on and flip-flops. I mean, why do people do that? You ever notice that when after a soccer game, they take the kids to McDonald's, Burger King, or Taco Bell or whatever, and they come in there with their uniforms on, those socks and the shin guards and the little slipper flip-flop shoes or whatever.
Right.
And well, wait a minute. What? Okay, so y'all been to a soccer game. Okay, got it. Yeah, I was up in Oxnard last night, and I stopped at In-N-Out, and I'm not supposed to eat that stuff, but
When your diet supposed to start yesterday? What happened?
yeah, it didn't happen.
You fell off the wagon already?
I
Started.
never got started, dog.
Oh,
so,
okay, all right.
So I'm gonna
Okay, that
start.
makes
I'm gonna
sense.
start today.
Oh,
What the hell you laughing at? You cheeseburger eating
Hey, that's what
crazy.
I recognize lie
Tasmanian.
when I see it.
Yeah, Tasmanian.
I recognize lie
cheeseburger
when I
eating.
see it.
You know, don't even say a word to me, Alfo.
Ain't no shame to my game. Falling off the wagon, I've been drugged behind the wagon for the longest, for like 30-something years.
So you're not even trying to keep up with the wagon. You just
I ain't
roll
even
it.
trying to, I just lay there and get drugged behind the wagon.
like the wagon.
Holding your stomach.
Right.
Okay, y'all slow down a little bit, damn it. Let me digest this burger.
Oh,
Yeah. No, I'm gonna get on the wagon. Tracy Lynn Cowan, who is a exercise guru and health fitness nut, and she gave me a menu to start with, and then after I get my diet in maybe 2 weeks, then I'll start doing some exercises.
So is she staying at your house?
No.
Well, that ain't gonna matter. It ain't gonna matter.
Unless she's standing around me 24/7 with a gun in her hand, it ain't gonna happen. Is that what you're trying to say?
How did the little girl say in Aliens? They mostly come at night. Mostly.
So they're gonna have to take the light bulb out of the refrigerator so I can't read it at 2:00 in the morning. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, you got a little more sense than that. You got night goggles.
That's right. Night vision goggles. That's right. I'm walking around in the dark. Nobody knows I'm roaming around. I'm so quiet the dogs don't hear me. That's right.
All the dogs do hear you.
I'm hitting that refrigerator. No, but I'm really going to get on the case because I want to tone up a little bit.
Tone up?
Yeah. Yeah, I need to tone up.
I thought you said turn up.
No. I'm going to tone up. Let me make sure I get my pronunciation clearly in your ear. So what's your boy doing? Nobody wants to answer that bullshit.
I want to know. First, I want to know who you're talking about and who you're talking to.
I'm talking about 45 to y'all, to the cast of characters.
Well,
I don't claim him.
It took him.
Is he back in the States yet?
Yeah.
He's back home.
Oh,
Did you see him yesterday?
No.
It took him 2 hands. He had his Marco Rubio water moment, and it took him 2 hands to hold the bottle. Because his hands are so damn small. They excoriated his ass. They was all over him.
2 hands to handle the bottle.
He won't answer any questions about Roy Moore. And don't you just love it when they ask him the obvious questions to get a response from him, and he just ignores them?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. See, if people, the resistance won't begin to call him an authoritarian, if they won't begin to call him, say things like, that's what Putin would do, then it won't set in. It will never set in.
Well, nothing is going to set in because this guy is deeply set into his own ways, and it's too late to change a cat like this. I mean, he's gotten along in the world, and his whatever amount of success he has or had, but I guess it's more like what he's about to have when he leaves the office, but because he's pimping it big time. But more importantly, he's not going to change. He doesn't think he needs to change. He's in denial, and everybody else in the world is stupid. He's one of these idiotic, egotistical maniacs. He looks down his nose at everybody in the world, never looks in the mirror because if he did, he would probably puke. And he's one of those kind of people. Everybody in the room is stupid. He's the smartest guy in the room. And y'all follow my lead or you're fired. He really, truly believes his own hype. So I don't expect any damn thing to change at all from your president. Nothing. Why should he? That's his mindset, see? Why should I change? I'm here, you're not. And I can call you a SOB and get away with it. I can call the owners of the NFL and tell them they need to fire these guys, which is illegal. He breaks every damn rule in the book because I can. I'm Donald J. Jackass Trump.
He breaks the rules because he knows he has the political power and the political leverage that no Republican House of Representatives will ever bring him up on impeachment. That's why he does it. He breaks the rules because the media won't hold him accountable. He breaks the rules because no Democrat will challenge him for being an illegitimate traitor to this nation. You know, they indicted Paul Manafort for conspiracy on America. Now they've got his son caught up in this collusion. Collusion is not a crime. This is part of a conspiracy on America. And that's what the indictment on him will say. Conspiracy on America.
It should be a crime. It is a crime, damn it. I'm claiming
It is a crime. It's definitely a crime.
Yeah. Well, those are the things you're dealing with, folks. And the only solution to it is vote them all. Vote them all out. Get rid of them. Flush the toilet. Get it over with. If these Republicans are so spineless, chicken shit, to stand up for the rights of the people, then they should not be representing you. I tell you all the time, they work for you. Now, maybe y'all agree with what these do-nothing jackasses are doing. Is that the problem, Alpha? Chris? I mean, maybe that's it. Maybe we're wrong, and we're looking at this thing all upside down. Maybe the majority of the people in this country think just that way. Could that be?
Well, the thing about it is that there's so much ensconced in power that the common folk or common person can't do anything about it at this point. We try our best. We do what we can. But in reality, they have all the power. They're the casino. They're the casino. The casino always wins. The house always wins. So it's hard to go up against a machine like that is designed for the people inside the casino to always make a buck and not you. So when that's been going on since the beginning of time, it's hard to fight a government that's already been ensconced of power. And they divvy out the privileges. And that's where we are. And I think we've always been that way to certain degrees, but hopefully we should try to make change, not just sit on our asses and just go along to go along, at least try to do something. And I think that if you sit down and just let it go like that, then whatever comes your way, and you shouldn't bitch and moan about it because you didn't try to participate in trying to make change in some way, shape, or form. Now, even leaving your house or going to meet somebody or seeing somebody on the street that you have a private conversation with, that can start a change. It starts with one person, and it doesn't have to be on a grand scale. It can only be what the person individually can bring to the table. And if you can do it, fine. If you can't, don't worry about it.
Yeah. I think you're right on that point. You know, and it does start with you. Right. If you sit around in front of your TV, listen to the radio, and playing on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and Twitter and all the rest,
right?
And you don't stand up and say something to encourage other people to stand up. You know, I get these things from the DNC and Act Blue for asking for donations.
I ain't giving them a dime.
See, you're just a tight butt.
No. This is why. If they were carrying any kind of real message, Donald Trump would have been called illegitimate and a traitor on Inauguration Day. And they would continue to call him an illegitimate traitor as he destroys the norm, the American government. They want to be American government, but they want to mold it in their image. He is the libertarian wet dream. The EPA can't function. HUD can't function. Now, I've got I got info that I got from a lawyer who's been moved from the Justice Department to HUD to get her out of the way.
Mm.
And when I say that, I say that the HUD block grants for affordable housing have been decimated with executive orders under this president. So what does that mean for people of color? No affordable housing available. You are still left in mired to wallow in poverty because you can't put a roof over your head because the prices are so high. And if you continue that down that road, you will create this Elysium oligarchy of the rich who have nothing but money and power. And they keep you in line down here on Earth while they live on the space station in the sky with all of the perks that you wish you had, like health care, put you on a table, close the dome, and run a probe across your body, you're cured. They don't have to worry about the weather down here or anything like that. But down here, global warming has seized the planet and it's dried it out. People are desperately fighting one another for food just to eat.
Mm.
And that's what it's going to come to. We'll be long gone, gentlemen. I'll leave it to my great grandson, who was just born the other day, to start shit and keep commotion going.
Yeah. What's your great grandson's name?
Aki.
Aki?
AHKI.
What is there some meaning
Look,
to that?
Let me tell you something, Lee. I've got 12 grandchildren and 15 great grandchildren.
Okay.
As my grandchildren were coming into the world, I was in my children's face with names like, if it's a girl, name her Becky, or name her, or name her Ruth. If it's a boy, name him Manfred. Name him. I would give all kind of off the chart, goofy ass names, and everyone would go, "Oh no!" Wait. And I did it as a joke because when I gave them the name, everybody would laugh.
Right.
And
so what did they come up with?
They came up. Oh man! They came up. My son, my youngest son, he's got 6 children.
Okay.
He's got a Shanquisha. His name is Shannon, okay? He's got a Shanquisha.
No, he doesn't. He does. You're making this shit up.
He's got a Shantavius.
No.
He's got... and those are, out of the 6, those are the 2 strangest. He also has a Shannon, a Tia, Zaisha, and a Joshua.
Oh Lord!
But my daughter, she has a Kaylon.
What line?
Kaylon.
Okay.
She's got a Kalasia.
What did they come with it? Make up shit? What?
And wait a minute.
It gets better?
It gets to a point where my oldest son, he has his name is Sean. He has a Shanice.
Damn. Shanice is not so bad.
And right, Britain. These are all girls, and they all have a center. They're all kind of centered in life, and they know where they're going. They know what they want to do. They've got careers headed, and they're doing just fine.
Wait a minute. You don't have a Shanika?
No, it ain't no Shanika. I was drawing blood on the Shanika.
Oh hell no!
But then they started having kids. The grandchildren started having kids.
And now, what are some of those names?
The great grandchildren.
Uh-huh.
I got a great grandson. The oldest is named Keandre.
Keandrick?
Keandre. K-E-I. Andre.
Keandrick.
I got another. The second oldest grandson is named Tremarion.
What?
Tremarion. Tarr Oman. Okay.
Yeah.
I've got a grandson named Xavier.
Xavier, not Xavier. Xavier.
And you spell it X apostrophe Zaevion. Xavier. I've got another great grandchild named Zionna. Zionna. I got a great granddaughter named I can't even think of her name now. But I got another great grandson named King. I'm like, what are we naming, dogs?
King?
I got a King, K-I-N-G. You know, the young people look at King as being, you know, this Egyptian, and so they named him King.
Okay.
I got a.
What's up, King?
Yeah, what's up, King? Or come here, King. Take your pick. But I got twin great grandsons. I call them the Lee boys.
This ought to be good.
No, this ain't bad. One of them is named Caden. Damn, what's the other one's name?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how do you keep up with all these grandchildren?
Well, I used to have them before my phone died. No, before my phone died, I had all their names and their birthdays in what is called the e-wallet. You know, you have to put a password in. Well, I had personal information. And I had their names and birthdays and the order by which they were born.
Okay. And you also need a picture of them, you know.
No, his name, the twin Lee boys are called London and Landon.
London and Landon.
Lee. They the same middle name. London Lee, Landon Lee. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, God damn.
Well, you know, Alpha, it's your fault. These are your children that did all this stuff. So you got to take some responsibility for this crazy.
They all living out of state, and when I call and talk to them, they call me crazy. I mean, think about it.
That's funny. Yeah,
they call me crazy.
They got some crazy going over there too.
Well, I'm a antagonist for long.
Well, that's
true. Long. I am a antagonist, pure and simple. I'm not gonna try to put a suit on it or anything else. I am an antagonist.
Right.
And that's what I do. So I don't know.
Well, let me ask you this: what's going to happen for Thanksgiving? What does that look like in your family?
Well, they're all going to stay home because they live in Iowa.
Oh, okay.
My son who lives here, he and his wife, they're going to fix me Thanksgiving dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is what's on my Thanksgiving dinner. Deep fried turkey. A ham. I guess there'll be a marginal pot of chitterlings in there.
A marginal pot?
Yeah. Sweet potato pie and all of the fixings on the side, dressing in the whole 9 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next day, they're going to Kentucky to a bowling tournament, and they're going to leave me here in the house with all that damn food.
Wow. That's like leaving a crackhead with a bowl of crack.
And what did the Munchkins say to Dorothy on her way down the yellow brick road? Bye, bye.
Oh, you be in dog heaven.
Man, they're bringing a friend in as a caretaker for me, and I guess he's gonna monitor what I eat, and he's gonna
Well, you got to bring him over to the dark side.
Yeah.
I am. I basically got him over there. But they don't know it.
So look here, take this 20 and shut up and eat what I eat. Okay? Don't question what I'm doing.
Well,
Just be cool.
we've invited him to Thanksgiving dinner, and he lives in a home. He lives in a assisted living place.
Okay.
So depending on family is on his board. Whenever there's a holiday like the 4th or Labor, I smoke up some ribs and we invite him over.
Well, that's cool.
And we just rib out.
That sounds like fun. You know, some good
I'm
eating.
gonna have a ball.
Right.
With all the football games on. I am not moved.
So, Chris, what's Thanksgiving look like in your household? What are you doing?
Well, it looks. I just got word before I got on the air that my youngest daughter, Mattia, will be flying in from Arizona.
Okay.
So that's going to be nice. I haven't seen her in a year. Her and her boyfriend coming over here, so that's going to be nice. So, I'll be having 2 dinners because I've been invited to a friend of mine's dinner. I've known them since high school and college. So they invited me for that. So I'll have part of my pig out with my family, and then the rest with my other family, and friends. So that's going to be pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
What about you, man?
I'm not sure yet. My son.
What about you, Lee? Uber is not
shut up.
Thanksgiving celebration. Okay.
It is. I got to get all the pigs to their eating places.
Go over to Carol's and just don't touch her. Okay.
No.
No. He ain't going nowhere near that place.
I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to go to Vegas or stay here. And my son's been real sick, and he just got back a few days ago from Chicago. He was in the hospital for over 2 weeks.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I'm debating whether I'm going to go over there and hang out with him and his family, or stay here and hang out with Carol and Josefa and whoever else comes along.
Go to Vegas.
Go to Vegas. Okay.
I love you, Carol, but choices are not hard.
Yeah, so I'm leaning towards that, but it just depends on how he's doing as well.
Right.
I want to see I have a granddaughter over there as well, and my daughter is down in Texas, and I'm not sure if I can get down there, and I know she can't come up here at this time.
Oh, you don't want to go down there.
Yeah, she was affected by that hurricane, so she's
right,
still living in adverse conditions, you could say. She just got into an apartment, but they were living in an extended stay, 1 room extended stay kind of thing for almost 2 months.
Oh man!
So between her and the 2 girls, they're like ready to shoot each other.
Well,
so, 3 women in a small room is not a good idea.
In the 1 room extended stay,
yeah,
you should have uploaded Naked and Afraid for.
Yeah, so they're still regrouping, but so I don't know. We'll see. I got a week to figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give my best to Corey, man. That's a lot to go through.
Yeah, I certainly will. He has high regard for you and Alpha and the gang as well.
Uh-oh, I hear a call.
You hear a call from from whom?
Help. Yeah, man. That's well, of course, family is more than important, especially in these times of year.
Yeah.
But shoot, man, some people don't want to be around. Some family members, I'm like, okay, you could stay away.
Yeah, you got some dysfunctional family members you really don't want to be around sometimes, and
Got that right.
you know, if you want to have a nice holiday, you probably don't want to go to their house.
Hell no.
You might have an
Mm-mm.
Uncle Lou that likes to get drunk and cuss everybody out and knock over the food and act a damn fool and
Right.
shoot the dog. I mean, no, you don't want to go to that house. Stay
No,
away
it's the
from
house
that
you
one.
stay away from.
Uncle Lou is crazy, and y'all know it. You need to go ahead and have him locked up. Stop letting him run around acting the damn fool. You know? Did you guys leave me? Yeah, I lost the connection there with my 2 Live crew. Don't know what happened there. We're still live, still streaming, but something happened with the connection between the guys. Now, who in the hell is calling me on Skype? E.G. Ross. Wow. Let's see who it. Hello, E.G. Ross. Hello? Yes. Yeah, we're on, but you're calling on Skype, and I don't have the Skype open. Yeah. Okay, let me turn on Skype now. You calling the Power of Voices Skype? Oh, Messenger. No. I can't do you on Messenger. Call in on the phone line 954-668-4325. 668-4325. No, wait a minute. That's my damn cell number. 424.
You're the wrong number. You're the wrong damn number.
Yeah, 424-227-9461. I'll put it up on the screen as well. 424-227-9461. Yeah. Try that one. Well, we're talking about dysfunctional family members that you don't want to invite to your Thanksgiving dinner. And we're talking a little politics as well. But we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. So call that number. Okay, bye. That was weird.
I didn't catch that. Who was that?
There was E.G. somebody, first-time caller, so he's going to call in on the phone line. But it came through my Skype on my phone. No, not Skype, Messenger.
Oh, Messenger on the phone.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I don't have that hooked up to come through the board, so that probably wouldn't work. So you guys dropped out on me. The hell was that?
I have no idea. Got functified and got to come back in. So
Yeah, it was Alfo's fault.
We'll blame Alpha? Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, I'm going to blame him. Absolutely, that's easy. Okay, let me see if I can put the number back up on the screen. Normally, I have that up there.
All right.
Yeah, but, you know, I like a nice, peaceful Thanksgiving, meal. Mm-hmm. And, watch a game, and then just kind of kick it with the people, whoever comes over. And, kind of easy, nothing heavy. Have a little fun, tell a few lies, that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. I mentioned about my friends. In fact, my friend Kent Smith, also in radio, he's the one that called during my birthday party here on the radio.
Yeah, I remember that. But, yeah.
Right. So I told you we grew up together in high school and college and also in the radio. And so his wife is an excellent cook. And it was funny because last night I received a text from her asking me, am I going to eat more this year than last year? Now, last year, I didn't eat that much because the doctor told me I had to lose weight. So as a cook, she was like, I cooked all this goddamn food, you ain't going to eat it. So I said, this time, I will partake and eat more this year.
Eat more. Yeah. You can't skimp, Just don't eat anything before you go over for dinner. You got to, you got to channel that thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got to pace yourself.
All right. I got the phone number right on my chest, folks. There you go. 424-227-9461. And we do have a caller. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Lee. Ross getting back at you this time.
All right. Good. We got you in here. Hear you loud and clear.
Good deal. Yeah, I'm a first-time caller. I've checked you out a couple of times. I got the joke yesterday about the guy getting pushed in the the water with all the alcohol.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was calling, not to go off topic, but I was just curious as to your take on the young man who fortunately been brought back from China.
Mm-hmm.
What their punishment should be, or is it, you think the college is maybe say too extreme or what?
Right. What are your thoughts?
What your takes? I'm thinking that maybe they should have a year probation. I would hate for them all to lose their scholarships and their whole lives be ruined, for a dumb adolescent mistake. But I understand the severity of what they did and the stupidity of what they did. You said something about we're discussing politics. I hate that it gave Trump a platform to stick his chest out and say how great he is, which he always does.
Exactly.
That's the most, not the most unnerving part of it, but I had to reflect and think about Obama, how much class he carried himself with. But when I listen to Trump, I just see a conceited egomaniac. And I mean, and granted, I appreciate what he did. Don't get me wrong.
Well, did he do anything? What did he do?
Well, I mean, the conversation that he had may or may not have influenced China to. Because I know there were other people, other factors involved, and other people behind the scenes trying to negotiate
exactly.
their release. But like I said, that's the thing about Trump. When he comes along, he basically it's all about him and what he did and how he's making America so great and they're respecting America and all that crap. Yeah, right. There's somebody making deals. We're going to have to give. Now we owe China in a nutshell.
Yep. In addition to the billions or trillions of dollars that we owe them already.
But ethically, morally, whatever, however the world sees, because the world is smaller every day.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's our global community. So we really are in debt to them, so to speak.
Right. So you think a year probation, or not probation, but being kicked off the team is inadequate punishment to these three guys?
I think, like I said, my probation would be for a year.
Okay.
So this season they couldn't play. They'd still be technically, I don't know how they could work out on the team, whatever, and they'd be on a strict probation going forward.
Right.
So they couldn't step off the curb wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's my thinking. But I wouldn't want their lives completely ruined from this because, like I said, I was an 18-year-old kid, man. I went to Whittier College, joined my fraternity, and boy, the stories I could tell. So,
yeah, I mean, when you're young and dumb, you do young and dumb stuff, and should you carry that cross for the rest of your life, I think is a little harsh. I think some kind of punishment is appropriate. Maybe a year is probably might do the trick. It just might do it.
It's not for the community service.
Right. Yeah, make them come down to the radio station and do some board operation down here or something. Hey, right down the street. I'll go pick them up at UCLA. In fact, I might just do that. I'm going to roll up on them.
All right, Lee.
Yeah. Well, thanks, man. But where are you calling from? What part of the world are you in?
I'm in Murrieta, California, near Temecula by Pachanga Casino.
You're up north. Is that?
Some would call it. I'm not sure where you are.
Yeah, I'm in L.A.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm
north. You're kind of north and east.
I'm northeast. I'm southeast of you, headed towards San Diego.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. I got a visual of where you are now.
We're a little farther south in Lake Elsinore.
Okay. So you're now in what direction are you from Disney?
I'm northwest of Disney. Like
northwest. Okay.
15th to 91, hang a left, and I'm there.
Okay, gotcha. You're out there near my car dealership in Bueno Park.
Yeah, well, I'm not near there. I mean, I'd have to come quite a ways down to 91 to get to Bueno Park.
Okay, got it.
I'm about 70 miles. I'm from Compton, so I'm basically 73 miles from Compton.
Oh, okay, got it. All right. Well, cool in the gang. If you're ever up this way, give me a shout. We'll hang out.
All righty.
Okay, partner. Take care. Thanks for calling in. Now you are part of the cast of characters.
Call me Ross.
All right, buddy. Thank you for calling. There you go. We got a first-time caller there into the show.
All right.
And yeah, he's a little ways from us here in California, but in the same Southern California region. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not being able to play basketball for a year is not going to ruin your life.
No, it wouldn't. You want to get a little closer to that microphone there, Alpha, or something?
Not being able to play ball for a year will not ruin your life.
I agree.
If you bad enough, if you have that much talent, you can walk on.
Exactly.
Or you can walk in.
Or you stay in shape and be ready for the next season.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was thinking like a certain number of games, but
no.
That'll probably do it. But he's got this. They got to wear this embarrassment on their faces for forever, really.
Right.
Because people are not going to forget this. And they say, "Oh yeah, I remember that jackass. He went over to China and tried to steal some sunglasses."
Right.
What a dummy.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Apple. Go
ahead, Chris.
I was saying that some of these players, when they leave high school, if they're very touted or have a lot of talent, usually some will go overseas for a year or two and then get drafted to the NBA. There was a possibility that some of these players might do. Being high profile like LeAngelo Ball, his situation, I think he'll be just fine. It's just that I think that this footnote of this year being taken off should ingrain something in their minds that, you know what, I made a mistake. It was stupid. Give me a year to contemplate it. And then by the time, you're hopefully forgiven, they can move on and have a good career.
Yeah, well, it's up to him. Let me ask you this. How talented is he? I don't know. I've not been following his career, so I don't know. Is he good?
I haven't seen him play yet.
He is
What about
good.
you, Alpha?
Okay.
He is good.
I've heard he's better out of the three. He's really the most talented out of the three brothers I heard.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
His brother who plays for the Lakers now, he's good. This boy is a little bit better than his brother. And here is for someone who's played basketball, here is the thing. Playing basketball is like every day after school we went to practice. Every day after school we went to practice. The road that led to knowledge and realization of what the game was all about is picked up in that journey.
Mm-hmm.
He has a very good chance of still getting to the NBA. Now, his papa ain't going to let him leave UCLA because he still feels like he can fast talk him back onto the team. But what his father is not taking into account is that his stock.
Alpha, you went into mute.
Is he still a troubled child?
Well,
that's what people are going to be looking. Is he still?
Yeah. And only time will tell. I mean, let's hope that he learned this was a teachable moment, and he could move on and do great things. If he doesn't, he falls back into that trap, then he'll be standing behind bars.
Well,
so let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope that he will get the proper guidance from the family members and team members and the coaches and all of that in the school, and that this is a teachable moment for him, and the other two guys as well, not just the Ball guy, because they have some name value in the media and what have you. But to me that's insignificant because they all participated in the same bovine. We got a couple of callers here. Let's bring Honey. What's up, Honey?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. Honey from Honey's Closet.
Yes.
Hello, Honey.
Hello. How are you guys doing, the cast of craziness?
Yeah, well, ain't that the cat calling the pot calling the kettle black? As crazy as you get on your show? Are you kidding me?
And I learned from the best.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that's Alpha.
No, I learned this way. Anyways, I have two things to say. Did you really just give your phone number out?
I did. Can you believe I did that? I can't believe that.
You're going to have all kind of
I
people calling
know.
you now.
I hope they were all driving and not paying attention. I'll get all the more telemarketing people calling me. I've had 2 this morning trying to sell me a security system for my home, and I keep telling them I live on the 33rd floor of a high-rise apartment complex, and there's no yard to put the free sign in. Because the new thing is we'll put a sign in your yard and the system is yours for free. Yeah, right. And I said, listen, the only people who'll see my sign is the seagulls, because I don't have any grass. What part of that don't y'all understand? And they say,
they're crazy.
Oh, okay, sir. I'm sorry. I said, please remove me from your list, and don't have your little cronies calling from another number either. I go off on
They're
them.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Another thing, I think the idea of having you going and picking up LiAngelo Ball and those guys that got in trouble
Yeah.
would be the most craziest thing, because they would be in more trouble. There's no telling what they'd be doing then. They would forget about basketball.
Oh, yeah.
They would be living oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. Because I'll get them all jacked up. I'll mess them up bad.
They'd lock you up, Lee.
No, that's all right. Shit. I ain't scared.
No, they'll lock you up and say, explain the size of that forehead.
See, you
Oh
raw.
my God.
You raw. That's all right. That's okay. Payback is you know what. No, but see, I'll get a contract with some of the other college teams to keep them in trouble. See, I'll go pick them up in an Uber ride and give them some edibles, get them all fucked up.
Oh Lord, and that's exactly By the time they go back to school, they'll have
Man. They have oh yeah, they'll be all messed up. They won't even be able to dribble.
Yeah, but I do have a question.
Go ahead.
I'm confused on the whole Donald Trump helping them come back, because he really didn't help them come back, did he?
I don't think he did. I think he's just claiming and seizing the moment, if you will. I'm sure there were several different angles or people or organizations trying to get those boys out of China. Now,
Well, when he had tweeted about that, he had said, would it be nice, for them to give him credit, quote unquote, and thank him for getting him out of China. So then when it actually happened, in the press conference, all 3 young men had thanked President Trump, which is cringing.
Yeah. I've seen his tweet.
Yeah. Well, maybe they had to do that for whatever reasons. And, and at least after they got back, So, I don't know. You never know with those kind of things. Maybe the, not Secret Service, but what is it? The negotiating arm between countries. Secretary of
Embassies?
Embassies, yeah. That's an embassy negotiation. Absolutely. That's where it generally happens.
Wow.
So, I mean, he's a sitting president, so he could theoretically claim credit because it's under his watch. But did he pick up the phone himself and call the people in China and say, yo, let my boys go? Did he do that?
He was over there.
Yeah, I know he was over there, but we don't know if he had that conversation or not. Was it
He ain't
televised?
did nothing.
I would have taken advantage of it. I need credit for it.
Yeah.
Because he's that type of lowlife.
Oh, no question. You see, the problem, the reason we're sitting here coming up with our opinions and not truly believing that he did anything, because he has no credibility. He's not a trusted person. Most people in America and around the world, I was on the way in this morning, I was listening to and watching a podcast from a guy here in America and a guy over in Britain, and they were having a conversation about the president. The people over there in Britain don't like him either. Ireland. It wasn't Britain, it was Ireland. So, I mean, internationally, we have lost respect for the White House.
Mm-hmm.
So, it is what it is.
Well, it makes me cringe to think that he gets any kind of credit.
Yeah.
At all. just makes me
Well.
itch.
Well, he's going to take credit for everything,
Absolutely.
and
Unless
there's
it's
no
bad,
one-
and then he's going to
there's no
point
one
at you.
to dispute what he says.
Right.
There's no pushback until it comes out in the news and everybody goes, "Well, I wonder why he did that."
Exactly.
Well, I'm going to call. All right. Well, you know what? You guys do an amazing job every morning. You guys crack me up.
Well, thank you.
Everyone
We work hard to do that. That's our sole purpose in
Lee.
life.
Well,
To crack
are we going
you
to
up.
see you Saturday morning?
Yes, ma'am. I'll be there. 10 a.m., right?
Chris, yes. Chris, hop on a flight. Alpha, hop on a flight, and we'll see y'all at Starbucks Saturday morning.
No, there will be no flying.
All right. Honey, before you go, give a little plug for your show. Tell the people what you do here on The Power of Voices.
Oh, yes. Please tune in every Tuesday, 8 to 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Me, Miss Pia, and, of course, Mr. Lee, who gets us in so much trouble.
I get drugged into the closet. I'm fighting to stay out. I'm trying to stay in the family room, and they pull me in the closet with these two crazy, obnoxious women, especially Pia. She's always messing with me. And she's a married woman. She's always, I'm going to sue her for sexual harassment.
I'm building another room in the closet just to put the timeout room.
Oh, yeah. But
timeout for me.
Yeah, but you need to put her in the timeout room and close the door. Keep her in there by herself.
Yeah, I'm going to put her in there. But
that's right.
It's Mr. Lee helps us, and we appreciate you so much. And just tune in. I mean, you never know what you're going to get in the closet.
That's true.
We try to follow a script, but it just kind of goes left every time. But
I like those T-shirts. Tell them a little bit about your shirts.
Oh, yeah, okay, so let me plug real quick. Let me get some shameless plug in here. So go to honeyscloset.com and get your honey hanger shirts. And for all the ladies who think they cute, because we are cute, we got the We Cute shirts available now. And then also go to jokermanagement.com, and it's our entertainment company we're doing, and we have our hoodies and T-shirts for Joker Management, Joker Boxing, and we'll go deep into that later on. But
you tell Joker I'm going to knock him out.
I told him that you were talking about him. I told him to call you.
Yeah, tell him I said he's a chump. I ain't scared of him. All 220 pounds. I'll take him right now.
I told him. I said he was talking. He called you out. So you better
That's right.
Call him.
I'll fight him for a Coca-Cola and a Krispy Kreme. That's how bad I am.
I'm going to set that up. I'm going to get some yellow tape and put it outside the studio, and I'm going to have y'all boxing.
That's right. Rope
I do want to say one thing. All proceeds for these T-shirts go to my foundation, Unite to Live with Autism.
Great.
And I'm going to be coming in and talking to you guys more about that.
Okay.
Hey, honey, before you go, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned about cute women getting these T-shirts. Do you give them out to non-cute women?
Yeah, because everybody, some people think they're cute, not in denial. So
right.
You're wrong.
No, that's true.
If you think you cute, then you cute. Who am I to say you ain't? I'm gonna say I can't say I'm sorry, sweetheart. We really can't.
Yeah, we can't sell you the shirt because you ain't cute.
Submit a picture with your money, and if you ain't cute, we sending your money back. That's what we gonna start doing. Submit a picture with your money. Yeah. And if you ain't cute, you gonna get your money back.
So on the shirt is hashtag We Cute, right?
Hashtag We Cute. Yes.
All right, I like that. That's very nice.
Because some people ain't cute.
I don't want to discriminate. Some men might want to get these honey hanger T-shirts and We Cute.
No, you discriminate, honey.
I'm not discriminating.
You discriminate.
There might be some men.
Yeah.
Some men might say We Cute. Just saying.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
Yeah. So
we don't roll.
I want to make sure I do that. I'm gonna make them send a picture in, and if they're not cute, you please don't buy this shirt.
Yeah, if you got
don't
picture
roll with cute men.
Right. You're funny. If you have some pictures, go ahead and post them up on my page so that people can actually see, and then link it to where they can buy them. Okay.
Okay. I will do that. Thank you so much. You guys have
You're quite
amazing
welcome.
day. I'm still listening. Okay.
All right. Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Val. Take care.
That's Val, a.k.a. Honey from Honey's Closet. It's a show here at 8 p.m. on Tuesday evenings on the Power of Voices Facebook and YouTube.
Well, what is the show about, Lee? What are they?
it's a conversation between two women and their guests and people who call in and text messages to them, and they have questions, relationship questions. It's a girl talk kind of thing mainly, and then they drag me in and they talk about relationships.
That can get kind of.
It does get a little blue. It gets a little red, and see, Honey is a bad girl. She has changed, but she used to be real bad. She was so bad. She was a member of the Bloods and the Crips. So she was purple. That's how bad she was. Okay? So she tried to downplay it, but I know because I did a DNA test and an FBI investigation on her. She's bad. We have someone else on the line. Who do we have? Hello? It's Mr. Static. Okay. Well, call back, Static, because that's all we're getting. So, you got to check out Honey's Closet. Those girls are wild.
They are. It's a good show.
Yeah, it is. It's fun.
And when is it on Thursday? Tuesday?
Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific. That's 10 p.m. your time. So, right when you're eating that last cheeseburger for the day, you turn it on. You'll get a kick out of it, I'm sure. Because you're that kind of guy. Yeah, but those shirts that they have are really nice. They're good looking, well designed.
You got my size?
No, they don't have tent size.
Okay. I'm just asking.
No, ain't that much material in the world.
Rain tarpaulin. They don't have the rain that you cover the infield with.
No, they don't have that one.
All right, that's all right. I'm not offended.
That's right. Let me see. Let's see. Have you guys been checking the Facebook page to see what folks are talking about in there? Because I'm just tuning in.
Well, yeah, go on and do your thing when you read off the magic list.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what we got here. Hey, y'all.
Acknowledge who's who.
Who's who? I just saw a name here, and I haven't talked to my buddy in a while. J.J. Johnson, a great radio broadcaster guy here in L.A. Worked up in the Bay Area, and he's from Cleveland. He worked there as well. But I'm not sure that he's listening. But J.J. Johnson, what's up, buddy? I'd still like to get together with you, sit down and have a little lunch, or, since Martoni's is no longer open. He was like, he had a special chair at the bar at Martoni's, which was a bar/restaurant here in L.A. back in the day. It's not around anymore. And that's how often he was at Martoni's. Okay. He had a special chair. They see him come in. They say, "Hey, JJ, come on. Here's your chair right here." All right. So let me see what we got here. See, Laura Rice. First name I see is Laura Rice. Lord have mercy. I'm calling your cell phone now. Shut up. Smart butt. See? You see how she rolls? Well, that's the only comment that's coming up. Do you guys see anything different? I'm on my page, I think.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah. No, that was on the Power Voices page. I'm sorry.
Well, that was Power Voices, yeah. So your page, of course, is a little more filled up there.
Okay.
I saw another radio name there, Mitch Faulkner.
Mitch! Yeah, Mitch is the voice of the U.S.
Yes,
He's probably been on more radio stations than I have been on. That's a lot of stations.
A lot of stations.
Good
stuff, man. Mm-hmm. The great Mitch Faulkner, man.
Oh, no doubt.
Always heard great things about him.
Yep. Now, see, Laura Rice, why are you calling me on my cell phone?
Mm-hmm. That's how it starts.
You know you're wrong, Laura Rice. You already have my cell phone, so you can't say, well, because you gave it out over the air, I'm calling you. Laura?
Like anybody else, call.
Mm-hmm. She hung up on me.
Yeah,
See?
She does stuff like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have her call the phone number, the call-in number.
She's just being spiteful.
Her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her. Yeah, that's her.
By the way, folks, if you just tuned in or if you've been with us for an hour and 15 minutes or so, go ahead and hit the share button on your phone, on your computer, your iPad, your Android pad, whatever. Share the show with your friends. We're here Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific time, live. And then after the show, it's archived on Facebook and YouTube. So share the show out. Let's go viral. Let's pump it up. Yes, you're bad. You're an angel in your own mind, Val. But I know. Told you I did an FBI check on you. I got the background check.
See?
Left her a lot of broken hearts out there and everything. She's bad.
Yeah, I can tell, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, she a heartbreaker.
She says she's going to have all kind of weirdos call me. Thanks. No, Laura just called, so yeah, it's working.
There you go. See, you're starting already.
See, Laura says, I said I would call you. I didn't say I would talk. See? Instigating troublemaker.
See,
That's your girl. That's your girl. That's your future
no,
wife.
No. No.
Y'all deserve each other, man.
No.
You're two of a kind.
No. See,
I'm not trying. Listen, I'm not trying to be Cupid here.
You just said future wife. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Now, you don't come out of pocket like that, but that is disgusting.
But see, here's the thing. I've been around the world, and I know what I know, and I see what I see, and I hear what I hear, and I'm just saying. All the indicators are there. That eventually, the two of you will be united, or should I say, reunited.
And it won't feel good. Hell no.
See, Lee, this is why we can't have nice things.
And the world wonders why people beat frogs with baseball bats. It's because of things that I do. I'm sorry. I apologize. And I won't do it again today.
You a damn liar.
Today. I won't mention it.
You done pissed Chris off.
I know he's a shit starter. I understand that. I get that's Lee. That's your MO. I get that.
No, I get that from Alpha.
No, come on now. Don't tell that lie now. I know how you operate, and I understand that. I'm just saying that when you blaspheme and say nasty ass things like that, like future wife, then dude, that's all out disgusting.
Well, that's just you just being a cheapskate because you don't want to pay for another wedding. I understand. That's okay.
Well, I ain't got nothing to do with nothing, man. I'm just certain people just don't belong together.
Oh yeah, okay. It sounds like made in heaven to me, but
oh man, made in hell.
Yeah, I'm looking at this picture here. Chris, you posted this. This is the guys coming in from China.
Oh, yeah, from UCLA, right?
Yeah, one looking down at the ground, the one on the right. Now, which one is ball? Is the guy on the left? The
light-skinned guy.
Light-skinned guy.
The light-skinned guy. He's looking down at the ground. He's saying, shit, that was some stupid what the fuck was I thinking about? Man, damn. My dad's going to kick my ass. My brothers, too. My mama oh, Lord, she's going to poison me for Thanksgiving. I'm all jacked up, man. Oh, damn, my girlfriend ain't taking my phone calls no more. Whew.
Oh, no, his girlfriend taking his phone calls.
You think so?
Yeah,
she ought to kick him to the curb.
You don't look a gift horse in the mouth like that.
Shoot, that's a paycheck coming.
No.
Exactly.
No, that's a maybe now. That's a maybe.
No, it ain't no maybe.
Listen, look at what they did to Colin Kaepernick. He didn't steal nothing.
Colin Kaepernick was not some type of college sensation that was a can't miss football player. Colin Kaepernick rose up out of the ashes of bullshit to become the player that he was, and he was just a flash in the pan. Because even before he took a knee, he was out of there.
I don't understand that.
Before he took a knee,
yeah,
he had been demoted from starting quarterback to backup, to third string backup, whatever. But he wasn't doing He was his.
Wasn't having a
Let me
great
put it
year.
like this: his talents had fallen.
Okay.
I still give him props for what he's done to resurrect his image, not his career, because the NFL has him blackballed for eternity.
You don't think he'll get back in?
No.
No way.
No way, no how.
I think he will.
Okay.
Somebody's going to fall on the sword. One of these teams, for this reason. Look, they're down 25%, man.
Who?
The NFL, the team.
Yeah, we just give it another year.
Well, 25% is a lot of money, man. That's
they make a lot of money.
Yeah,
they make a lot of money.
But what is the margin of profit for these teams? You telling me it's more than 25%?
I don't give a damn what the margin of profit is.
That's what works.
All of them have made millions.
I know, but you want to keep making millions and billions. But if you're 25% off in your revenue stream, that's going to have a lasting impact. Because even if they settle this thing today, and somebody gave this guy an opportunity to come back and play, all of the smoke and bullshit will fade away. And then it's back to normal. It will. That is the solution. Put this guy back into the game. Then what do you got to complain about then? Now, whether or not he'll take the job is another thing.
Look, Lee.
But that takes a sting out of the bite.
Once again, you are underestimating the power of hate, the power of bigotry, the power of racism. Yeah. Colin Kaepernick will never, ever fall into good graces with the people on the right. Those evangelist Christians that wholeheartedly support a pedophile and a president, a sexual assaulter. Now they're going to take a black guy who's knelt, who takes a knee at the national anthem?
Well, I think if people continue to protest and not show up for these games and watch it on TV and buy their paraphernalia and all that shit, then yes, I think it will have an impact that is long lasting. Yes.
Who does Ray Rice play for?
Who did he play for?
Who does he play for? Ray Rice.
The
brother in the elevator with the check hook?
That was Baltimore, wasn't it?
Yeah, he played for Baltimore. Mm-hmm. And when he came up with that check hook on his wife, who's he played for since?
Well, I think it's a little different circumstances. Colin didn't punch anybody out. He didn't jack anybody up. There was no physical violence. He just spoke what was in his heart. And he exercised his right to speak his First Amendment rights, period, about a subject that is a real issue in America.
And it's a real honest issue.
Yeah.
What they did was they allowed the white supremacy / Donald Trump to co-opt what he was saying. He was talking about police brutality and the murders of unarmed black people.
Right.
They allowed Donald Trump to say it was about the military and the troops and the flag and disrespecting our country.
Yeah, they changed the narrative.
He changed the narrative. And since no one changed it back.
Well, I disagree.
They can't. They can't change it back.
Former and current players and journalists are pointing that out. And I think it's been pretty consistent for the past several weeks.
They're riding to the rescue, but it's too late. Like I said, if you believe that the right will somehow invite him back into the fold, these people exist with hate, animosity, and a racism and a bigotry that is unsurpassed. This is the foundation of this nation.
Well,
when people talk about the lesser of two evils, Lee, I ask again, when was this country ever not evil?
Well,
when did
in
this
my
country
lifetime,
ever?
I can only speak, and looking back at the history books, you're absolutely right. We have a caller that I'm sure is going to completely disagree with everything you just said, but let's go at it.
No, don't bring that out.
No, this is Jesse T, who does a show here on the Power of Voices, 5 p.m. Pacific.
I thought it was Spy Boy.
No. This guy is worse than Spy Boy. What's up, Jesse?
Okay.
Hey, buddy, what's happening?
Yeah, we're in here chopping it up.
Yeah, you're chopping it up. Something about the country being an evil nation.
It is.
So what's new?
Well, I agree with you on that.
Okay, and I say that statement because evilness has run through the world's history from the day of our beginning.
You're absolutely right.
It's not so much the country that's evil. It's the human beings that are running the country that are evil. It's the
no argument out of me.
It is the glorification of greed and avarice for the betterment of control over life and death. This is what it always has been with human nature, and this is what it always will be for time immortal, into perpetuity, and forever. Beings do not change. We are basic creatures of destruction, evil, negativity, taking, death, and murder. This is what we do at the behest of those that we perceive are weaker, and if they aren't, we will pound them into the dirt until we win. Or we run away. We are creatures of fight or flight. So this is nothing new. Now, making that being my opening statement, I absolutely agree with you. Though, is that the United States of America, historically, in the planet's history, is certainly the least evil empire that has ever existed on this planet Earth, and has done more for the humanity in every capacity than any other empire that has been in existence for the minimal time of roughly, 300 years? You compel that and tie it to the English Empire, which we were a part of primarily, and you look at the Spanish Empire, you look at the French Empire, you look at the African empires, you look at the Middle East Empire, Mongolian, the Russian empires, you look at the Australian, New Zealand, the Sri Lankan, Malaysian, Pacific Rim empires. America's empire certainly is the best and most efficient at progressing human nature and human beings to be the best that they can. This is what made our Constitution great, and our amendments great, our Bill of Rights, because it did give us peons and eons of peons, just a little bit more than they ever had before.
So let me ask you, you're painting a picture that we all probably agree with. However, as great as we are, we need to continue to improve and not just say, okay, well, we've achieved this mark, and so we're better than the rest, or most of the rest, or all of the rest even. It just depends on how you want to look at it. But don't you think we should continue to strive to eliminate some of what you just described and our evilness and our, desire to be murderers and all that? I mean, just because it's always been doesn't mean that it always has to be.
I wholeheartedly agree with you, and we talk about this all the time.
Right.
The problem is that nothing ever happens as fast as we want it to happen. Nothing takes place in the here and now, instant gratification. And we Americans have been brainwashed in this generation, mine, the baby boom generation. I'm 57 years old. My generation has been brainwashed to think that everything has to happen here and now. And the preceding generations are even faster than that. That's why the attention span is so quick. Well, when you begin to understand that things don't happen that fast, you have to look at the time element that it takes to progress ahead as humanity wants to progress ahead in a more positive way. I absolutely agree with you. Listen, I would rather live today than in 900 AD under the Middle Ages of darkness and death and plague and the Catholic Church, the worst evil of all. Christianity, Islam are the worst two religions, and Jewish religion, faith, that God, people, animals, or anything ever created, because it's based on guilt. It's based on death. It's based on taking one another away from each other. Okay? And so we have progressed from those times. I would certainly have rather lived now and move ahead from where we're at now. The problem I have with that statement, it's a blanket statement. Of course we all want better for our families and our kids and our states and our neighborhoods and our country, our planet, God's blue-green earth. Of course we do. Because we in America have been afforded the opportunity to think in more of a way like that than they do in Nigeria, than they do in Ghana, that they do in the Middle East, that they do in Afghanistan, that they do in Vietnam of 40 years ago, or Cambodia, or communist China, or communist Russia, that they do in places where people are dying, in Haiti, in the Dominican Republic.
Mm-hmm.
We have the time upon ourselves to lament about pushing forward our ideology of peace and harmony and love, and turn the other cheek, and let's work together and hold hands and sing Kumbaya. Hey, yes, that's what makes America so great, because that's what makes us a leader. We, by our quality of life, have the opportunity to make ourselves better, our country, our world better. And that's the difference between here and everywhere else. And what bothers me and appalls me so much is to hear people disgracing the greatness that this country has provided all races and all religions, and it's not perfect. But then Trump isn't perfect. Obama wasn't perfect. Clinton is not perfect. Reagan is not perfect. Eisenhower was probably more perfect than them. Robert Kennedy were killed. Malcolm X was killed. Martin Luther King Jr. was killed. These were more perfect people than I would bestow than I am for the greater cause of humanity.
So, okay.
And they were murdered for it. So what I'm saying is, you don't see, this is the problem. We've created such hate and animosity amongst each other today because the 5 corporations, the 5 major banks, and the 5 major families that run this planet Earth want chaos, mayhem, and anarchy amongst us. They want me to hate you, Lee, because your skin is black and mine is brown. They want me to hate you because you believe in Allah and not Buddha. They want me to hate you, and they get off on that and can control us. This country needs to have a friggin' revolution, but it will never happen.
Well, okay, if the country went into a revolution, what is the end result of that? There's going to be a lot of dead
mayhem, and killing.
Right. There's going to be a lot of dead people, and nothing will change because we, the people, don't have enough artillery to fight back against the government, which would be
not
the people
anymore.
that would be. No, that's not true. You don't have, people in your neighborhood.
No, this is what I'm saying. Not anymore. We can't beat the government's military-industrial complex that Eisenhower spoke about in the last speech of his presidency.
Right. We never have, and we never will.
Nope.
Even with the Second Amendment that says we have a right to bear arms, and
our tyrannical government.
Exactly. You're never going to be able to have enough artillery to overturn the government. And the only way to do that, it can be done when the people in the military put their guns down and said, no, I'm not going to kill my own people. That's when it will change, no matter what. I don't think there's enough people, even in the military, who will take an order from a general or admiral or anybody else, for that matter, to kill its own people when the people are right. Because the people that pull the triggers are part of the country. They're our sons and daughters.
You're forgetting about one element. I agree with you. You're not going to kill your brother's mother. Okay? I agree with you. But here's the problem. It's a global problem. It's not this country. It's the maneuvering of other entities that will join forces to take America down, like NATO.
Well, then see what is supposed to happen at that point is we then put down our animosity towards each other here at home and turn against the enemy. That's the way it's supposed to go.
Right.
But
that's not going to happen. That's fantasy land.
So
what going to happen.
Let me see, what time is it? It's 11:41. So let's talk about solutions, okay? Everything that you laid out let's say that you're 100% correct, that the people in power want us to fight and bicker against each other and keep our nation divided based on economic values, based on color, race, religion, and all of that. What is the solution?
First solution, very simple. Rewrite the term limits on our politicians. Put the clamp down. Drain the swamp like they're doing in Hollywood right now and they're doing in Washington right now. And I don't care what part of the political process you believe in. They all got to go. Every single last friggin'
you've heard me say that 1,000 times.
Okay, and I agreed with you from day one. Change the limits to real term limits. Real term limits. One term.
But that's not going to happen until you drain the swamp and get people in there that agree with what you just said.
And you see how hard it is draining the swamp.
Well,
because we've been fragmented so much to think that Democrats hate Republicans, Republicans hate Democrats, the Republicans hate the Democrats, and all of this stuff, we have been conditioned to believe that the evil is evil on that side and not evil on our side. And that has changed in my lifetime. And it's because they dumbed down society to the degree and the point that people don't even read a book about anything anymore. They don't understand beyond the tip of their nose and the tip of their dick. Excuse me. I'm sorry. They don't. And that's the tragedy. That's the tragedy of what happens in our pastors and our churches and the perversity of our churches and the perversity of the economy and the perversity of everything. And people don't even realize it. I walked into Home Depot yesterday. 1778 was my bill. I said, young lady, 24 years old, I said, do you know what happened 2 years before 1778 in this great country? And she looked at me and she goes, I don't know. It's 1776. Does that ring a bell? She goes, no. I said, do you celebrate 4th of July or Independence Day? Yeah. I said, well, what do you think happened? Well, I don't know. I said it had to do with a war, a revolutionary war. She said, I don't like war. I just want to have fun. Oh, my God. I almost puked on her.
But see, don't be mad at her. Be mad at our educational system.
This is my brain.
That's a letdown.
I don't act this out.
No. I know that. But listen, that tells me, and I run into it all the time as well. So it's not unique to that one situation that you ran into yesterday.
Right.
It's all over this country. It's not just here in California. The educational system has failed for a long time.
And why? Why do you think that happens? When I went to law school, I learned two things, real important things in my first week of law school, and I violated all those rules anyway, and they just barely got out. You know, I was like the guy they wanted to get rid of, but couldn't because I had a C. You know, and I put it in the cabinet 25 years ago and haven't touched it. I'm not a counselor. I never would be. I can't handle it.
Yeah.
Don't like the sons of buns. Right? I don't, you know how my feelings about them. But here's the point. Two things I learned which were very important. Nothing is as it seems, and nothing happens per chance. Our great educational system of the 1950s, I don't care whether you're white, black, brown, Jupiter, Saturn, or from your anus, and I'm happy you were not from my anus. Thank you. But the point is, thanks. The point is, what happened to our educational system over my lifetime, 50-plus years, what happened? Why are we ranked number 27 in the world? What happened? That did not happen by accident. It can't happen by accident, not that. So you see, that's number two. That was going to be my number 2 point.
Well, let's dig into that. What happened? Why is it that we're ranked 27th out of all the places in the world? At the same time, foreign students come here to get educated, and they come here and leave, go back to their countries and do well. So what happened? I have an idea of what happened.
What happened? You tell me.
More money was put into other things like putting people on the moon and our military build up and other private industry build up and not enough in education.
Okay, I'll agree with that.
And whatever money that was put into education was poorly managed because greedy bastards were taking care of themselves and giving contracts to their brothers and sisters and friends and colleagues and the money didn't go to where it was supposed to benefit our children.
I agree with that. I agree with that statement completely.
So
now,
what we need to do is get people in those positions that manage those budgets to do the right thing. Okay, now the lady that's in charge of our educational system now, I don't have a lot of confidence in. I don't think she has the background, the experience. She comes from a family of money. She gave $200 million. Her family gave $200 million to the Republican Party. So I guess that qualifies her to tell your sons and daughters and our grandchildren how to be taught or what to learn, where to go to learn, the books that they should read. I don't think she's qualified for that. So again, those kind of things happen, and they shouldn't, because people are playing games with our children's lives. And we, parents and our children and our grandchildren, need to stand up against that. Say, no, that's unacceptable. Do your due diligence, read up about the people, look at their background, and go to the polls and vote. The only way that we're going to get to what you're talking about is we're going to have to get all of these career politicians out of office, all of them, and bring in people that think like you and me and the other people that are listening to this program that says, we want what's best for Americans. Okay? Then you'll be able to get people in there that says, okay, we're going to change the Constitution. We're going to add some new rules here. We're going to say 2 terms max, and then we're out. And then anybody that follows us have to live by those same rules. But you think Mitch McConnell and even John McCain, who probably ain't going to be in there too much longer, I expect that he will retire, or he may die in the office.
Meat. Good riddance to bad meat.
You know, I mean, so those guys are not going to man up and say, okay, guys, look. Even Mitch McConnell says, we already have term limits. It's called voting. You're right, Mitch. You're right. But as long as you're manipulating the process and eliminating people from the voting rolls and allowing foreign governments to interfere with our voting process, nothing will change.
Well, I agree. There's no statements in there that I disagree with. I would tell Mitch McConnell, though, I would say, yeah, and I got tires on my car, and I got no tread. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Right?
Look at his constituents.
No, he doesn't care.
In his own state.
Care.
They're still living in shotgun houses with blue tarps on them.
Right.
And they're sitting around waiting for the mines to open back up and the jobs to come back their way. What has he done for his own people? But they keep voting his dumb ass back in.
You know why? Because they're dumb asses.
Well, that's true.
They don't read.
Birds of a feather are sticking together.
Okay, here. All right. I'm going to just synopsis my monologue here, because I don't mean to take all your show, but since I wasn't on yesterday because I had some business challenges, I'm just taking your show over.
Yeah, exactly. That's all right. Okay. I'll get you back.
Oh, I know you will, you dirty rat.
That's me. Yes,
you always
exactly.
Get me back.
That's right.
Right.
Go ahead.
Well, I still am going to act like a pirate. Where's my wenches and my rum?
You're a sick man.
Yeah, I am. But you'll see why in the afternoon I can act like a pirate. Because now I look like a pirate.
Yeah,
but
you
anyhow,
do. Missing tooth and all.
Right in front, too.
Right.
I mean, yeah, great for straw work, though. I can do things with straws now that you couldn't imagine, baby. Oh, man.
All right, go ahead and finish your little rant there. Go ahead.
Okay, here it is. I agree with everything you say. Here's the problem with that. And 2 points real easily. Quantitative easing. When they started creating money out of thin air, when they just started printing up money from the printing press, and it really started in the Clinton regime, a little bit of it. Okay, they started printing up money, and now that's why we're $20 trillion in debt, because it's fake money that's floating around the world. It's not backed by gold, silver, or anything precious. Okay, it's backed by nothing. Okay, except the United States of America's taxpayer, the ability for us to work and be employed. That's what it's backed by. Okay, that's making up money. You and I would be in jail forever if we did that in our garages. Okay? Now, when they started doing that, that's a concept that's been around for more than just 20 years.
Right.
It's a concept economically that's been around forever, especially when fiat financing came into play after 1917 and J.P. Morgan created the Federal Reserve. Fiat financing, that's the creation of money without having any money.
Right.
And, of course, only the banks can do that and the government. Okay, of course. All right, everybody else.
Federal Reserve.
So they knew these theoretical concepts because things aren't just poofed out of the Tuesday night morning meeting. These things have been on the books and for theoretics all the time. All right, so first off, if they wanted to make money and send people to the moon and create our education system and keep it first class like it was at one time in this world, they could have. See, because money's not the issue. Money is just a distraction. The government could print up all kinds of money they want to print up. They could do anything. Why do you think they took us off the gold standard and the silver standard? So that they could print up money. It's all part of a grand scheme over 150 years. You've got to understand that, and you have to believe that, because they don't think in cycles. The Chinese think in cycles of 1,000 years. That's how they're raised.
Mm-hmm.
You and I think in cycles of, hey, man, can I make the mortgage payment tomorrow and not get tossed out and live in my 62 Chevy Bug or whatever, okay? I mean, but the American government and corporations live in ideology of a couple hundred years because they're entities that go on beyond a human's life. That's what they do. So they could find all the money they want. This was a choice to dumb down America so they could take more advantage of the Americans in the future. This was a choice by them to make us not be educated. We forget how to study. We forget how to comprehend. See, it goes beyond that cycle which you have said. That's just the top. It's deeper than that. I believe, and you know that it is a scheme to destroy America. I don't care whether you're an independent Republican conservative like myself or you're a liberal left-wing crazy lunatic Democrat like somebody else. It doesn't make any difference. We all got money in our pocket and property if we do, and they want it. It doesn't make any difference to them because they're neither, because they're both. They're everything. And so I believe it's to destroy America, because so goes America, so goes the planet Earth. And you control America and everything in it, you control God's blue-green earth. Then we have depopulation because there's too many of us. They're not going to support 20 billion people, though the earth can, according to scientists. But they're not going to let it go because they don't want a French Revolution. Off with the heads of the aristocracy and the monarchy. They don't want the eons and eons of peasants storing out the monarchs. They don't want that. That's what they're most afraid of, losing control and power over us. And they're doing everything to make you and I and everybody hate each other, to distract, dislocate, to disenfranchise, and to create an illusion that's not what really humanity is about. You speak in terms of humanity, Lee, and I agree, and so do I. But nobody understands the big picture. And let me tell you, I don't even understand the big picture because it's bigger than that. That's what I have to say.
Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The Jesse T. Show.
The world, according to Torero, straight on the point.
Join him today. Are you coming in today? Are you doing a show today?
Yeah, I got a very beautiful actress for you to sit across from. She's
nice. Thank you.
Italian, stunning actress. And we're going to talk about the great producer, Gary Marshall.
All right.
Very, very, and she's done a lot of stuff herself.
Excellent. Well, we're looking forward to that. 5 p.m. Pacific time right here on thepowerofvoices.com, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and all the other social media platforms. So check out Jesse T today. All right, Jesse?
See you later, buddy.
Bye.
And, hey.
Hey, what?
Thank you for letting me on. I'll get you a pizza for this afternoon.
No pizza. I'm on a special diet.
Oh, that's right. Oh, baby, you're going to run you're going to do the tough
I'm not doing any of that bullshit. No, I'm not.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. No. He's an exercise freak kind of guy as well. So, yeah, check him out. Jesse T today at 5 p.m. right here on the powerofvoices.com. I think we have someone else on the other line. We got to get out of here in a few minutes, but Hello, welcome to the show.
Hello, how y'all doing?
All right, who's that?
Spy Boy.
Well, see, Alpha, you talked about Spy Boy. Now you got him.
I was very nice to Spy Boy the other day when he called. I said nothing bad about him. My wishes are another thing. But Spy Boy, for you to call up at this time of night or day, basically resurrects all of the bad thoughts I've ever had about you in my life.
Well, why didn't you jump in there with Jesse T?
Because you couldn't get a word in edgewise.
Yeah, he's a motor mouth.
I was just about to ask Chris, did you get all of that?
No, I couldn't get a word in sideways either. You know,
well,
back
you guys
in the day
didn't
when
try.
No, but you can't. I mean,
you
like,
can.
no offense, because he does that, and I love Carol or the Carol. She does it too. You get on this rant where you don't even breathe.
Well, you guys
remember back in the day. Here's the thing, real quick. You know, back in the day, you used to watch girls do double dutch, and they do the rocking thing, try to get in, and
right.
you can't.
Right.
That's me. I can't get in because there's no rhythm, and plus, it's just going mile. I'm like, breathe, damn it, breathe.
Yeah, he can go, but he just jump in there. So wait a minute, hold on. Let me ask you a question. That's all. He'll stop. He'll stop.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I think he was right for the most part. He was on point.
He was on point, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I agree with a lot of what he says, but see, Jesse, he will frame up stuff like that, but in reality, he is a extreme right-wing knuckle-dragging Republican.
Exactly.
And he really shouldn't be, because he's really a hot mix himself. He's a minority. He doesn't want to admit that, but he is. He's a mutt. But, and he's an extreme Second Amendment kind of guy. He's probably got 4,000 guns in his house. I told him, I said, listen, man, I got my eye on you. I will call the FBI on your ass when I see you tripping. I'll turn you in. I'll snitch on you. So I got him in line. We cool.
What does this race have to do with it?
Well, it has a lot to do with it. It's all depends on your environment. Just like you and your sick, twisted mind. Something happened to you somewhere along the line in your life, dude. So you don't want to acknowledge that.
I don't see it as a racial issue.
Well, I'm not saying it is a racial issue, but when your skin is light, okay, when you're considered white, there's certain privileges that you have. Period. That's undeniable. I can't do the things that Jesse T does and get away with it. You can't do it because your skin is like mine. I think.
I don't know what color has to do with it.
I'm sorry?
I don't know what color has to do with it. There is a privilege in the United States. It's the American privilege.
Okay. So, you see, you're in denial, young man. You're in denial that you don't want to realize or accept the fact. And I don't have to go through a history class here to prove my point. But and I don't have time because the show is over. But if you join us Monday, as opposed to coming in at the end of the show, come in at the beginning of the show so we can chop it up. But the reality is, there are differences.
Boy, for the weekend, you can mull this over. What those 12 men did to you in that jail cell was wrong. Everybody have a great day.
Thank you, Alpha.
All right, take care.
Put the top on that one. Chris, thank you for being here all week, you and Alpha and the rest of the cast of characters, even including Laura Rice. We might have to kick her out of the cast. I mean, because she's getting kind of radical. She's radicalized. She's been listening to Jesse T too much or something. I don't know what it is. But we'll get to all of these topics and more starting on Monday morning. Don't be late. 10 a.m. right here on thepowerofvoices.com. Thank you again for listening, and we'll see you. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe, be kind, and be American.